Hi guys, my name is Lelasophia. I am an artist and fine jewelry designer. If you like contemporary fine jewelry, if you like luxury handbags, all things interiors, then I have some fun videos for you. You guys, okay, so we've just seen my kind of anti-wish list and then my wish list for 2024. I also then was thinking there are a few things that I did indeed purchase, either maybe in 2023 or kind of prior to that I really don't need any more of, or that I figured out doesn't work for me. So here's my no buy list for 2024. But first and foremost, if you guys are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. I can't wait to see you in all of my future videos. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram at lelasophia jewelry. I put out videos every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and so I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one. Okay, so for, the little disclaimer here, I know a lot of people, especially a lot of probably your favorite luxury YouTube creators are doing like honing in, trying to buy less next year. I'm always about kind of creating a capsule collection. You guys know that's like one of the reasons why I started my channel. Also just to like preach how much I love the vintage / pre-loved market, how many incredible deals we can get, how like luxury can truly be approachable for every human, hopefully. Hopefully we're just going more and more in that direction, but I'm not quite ready to have like we're building for a Birkin year here. I think that could be 2025. Also, you guys know I just invested in my first home, so I've reached the level of adulting where I'm saving for a bathroom renovation versus a Birkin. So I think 2025 might be the year of like, I'm not gonna buy, as many bags, and maybe I'll only buy 2 or 3, and a Birkin might be one of them, or a bag to that tier. Still, there are just like so many little things that I'm like, ooh, but this would take off like a really cool category in my collection that I don't really have, or ooh, I loved this so much, or I fell in love with this. So we're still gonna be collecting a lot this year, I already can tell. But first on my list, I genuinely was not expecting to continue collecting from vintage Louis Vuitton. And last year, did I only add, I was good. I only added 2 pieces. I added my Papillon 22, I think that's the right size. Essentially, it's the mini Papillon, but like I had no idea it even came in that size. The 19 is like very sought after, very, very expensive. And I had no idea that there was a 22, which is essentially still mini Papillon size, not so mini, but like functional. It's kind of iconic. I'm in love with it. And then just recently found the craziest deal for a vintage Louis Vuitton 35, which I have been wearing that bag so much. It's kind of insane. I always was like, why I should just get a 30, just go for it. I have my 25 was my very first designer handbag 15 years ago, which I know is absolutely absurd. But essentially, now that I've collected those 2, I gave my backpack away to my brother because I just was like, I really love the ones that I have in my collection. I actually use them all the time, especially for travel. Today is a very rainy day outside, especially for rain. New York City weather is not always the best. But really long story short, I do not need any more vintage Louis. I have an entire shelf in my bag closet. Still, everything doesn't really fit in there. My 35 has her own spot, and so I really do not need any more, no matter how amazing the deal is. Okay, let's have a collective eye roll, because I really tried to be a colorful girl, and I'm not. I tried. We're gonna just give a whole, I think that my blue Hermes Vintage Kelly and my newest, oh my God, like dark forest yummy green Celine glass bag, those are my 2 colorful bags. I have my yellow twin 2 bag in exotics from the row, and I have a yellow Autolinger ceramic bag. And quite frankly, I never wear either. I wear my twin 2 bag, but like I kind of don't wear it that functionally. And also my mini Bottega pouch is like truly the same thing. I kind of knew that when I bought it, but it was just such a good deal. Like those types of things, buying something in a color just because it's such a good deal is really not what I should be doing, because I wish I was a colorful gal. I wish I could pull off colorful nails and colorful makeup and colorful clothes, but brown and black, tonal vibes, creams, neutrals, they're just what I gravitate towards. Anytime I paint my nails a color, I immediately, I go maybe 2 days and then it doesn't really work out. The one bag in question, because because I really haven't worn it that much, I'm not gonna lie, is my double circle bag, like the small size in red from the row. I think it's iconic to have a red bag from the row because you know that that's, especially I'd say Mary Kate's like color, and just the row is known for having their pops of red in so many of their collections. Truthfully, every time I'm like, do I want to wear that bag? I usually reach for a brown bag, which makes up the majority of my collection. Similarly, one that I just said that I love, I had no idea that I loved a cream bag. I had no idea. And this year I've collected two, my Magda Butrem Maya bag that's like pretty, I think a little bit brighter, but like a pretty neutral white. And then, oh my gosh, my eyelet bag from Celine, oh, which is like one of my favorite bags. It's so beautiful. I'm a little bit scared to use it sometimes, especially just because also it's winter in New York City. You know, the spring is gonna be her time to shine. It's when I wore my Maya bag so much. Those are both like, you know, white to almost off-white. I love them. I don't need any more. I almost pulled the trigger on the Aspen bag from the row, and then I was like, my Maya bag is the same exact, like it's literally like the combination of my eyelet bag and my Maya bag. You don't need it. I'm so happy to have the white bags in my collection, and I'll get braver at wearing them. But if there's a moment, if there's a chance of rain, if there's a chance of, oh, I'm gonna be in a crowded place, I'll just go for one of my brown bags, you know, theme of the day apparently. And one that kind of, I should have, you know, tied this on to my first point, but also what so many people are saying is kind of, you know, stopping with the filler bags, which really for me, I haven't bought that many filler bags. I've been really, really good. So my version of this is like a bag that's on the craziest sale that I just am like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. I've done that. I've done that several times, quite frankly, this year, and more so even like prior to this year. But there are instances like my JW Anderson Chain Hobo, which is still on the market to be sold if anybody's interested. I love that bag so much, but I also got it on such a crazy sale that I was like, oh my, like I became obsessed with just getting it for the deal. There are several bags that I'm now selling that I got on a crazy sale just because I was like, oh my God, this opportunity will never happen again. Mind you, I've been kind of smart. There are definitely bags that I've gotten on amazing sales that then I've been able to sell for a profit. So it's not a bad thing at all, but I don't need to do that anymore. I really am about, like, I've really gotten to a place where a lot of my bags I can't imagine selling, and that's kind of what the vibe that I was going for was, to really create a capsule collection. So no more filler bags, but my version of that is really like no more bags just because the sale is so insane. I will send them to you guys, and hopefully one of you guys will love a bag that's on like a crazy discount. And just a surprise, 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 okay? Not just bags on this list. This was on my no-buy list last year, and I'm very, very, very happy to say that I literally, I'm trying to think, this might be a broad statement, but I haven't done any of this, pretty much maybe, but especially being a plus size woman which I talk about all the time, but it's just the truth. And I just feel like, you know, the more I talk about it, the more other people feel open up to talking about it. It's my conversations with some of you guys who have been open enough to share your own experiences with me. It's mind blowing. And I really, really hope to be there for us. So fast fashion, okay? Fast fashion for a really long time, especially the last like 5-ish years, there really was not anything else that I could purchase for my body size and shape of something that I actually wanted to wear. And I phased that out pretty quickly. Eloquii is the one like brand literally my jacket is from right now. It's a plus size brand. I think they actually only do 14 and above sizes. I wish more brands were all inclusive sizes like Good American and Skims, quite frankly, but you know, a girl can only dream. And so those three brands essentially that I just mentioned have really filled the spots for any fast fashion, because I'm not gonna lie, I really can't find jacket, like my arms are just much larger than I guess apparently most other women. So any women's collection jacket that I really, really want and like, want so badly to buy, I just simply can't. My dear friend just told me that I should try for the men's section. I still think my arms might be a little bit large, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna go try in person, but essentially Jackets was the one thing that I was buying, more so like a fast fashion brand, simply because I need like a 22 size in my jackets to feel really comfortable and cozy, and I love everything oversized. But I think I can stick to it this year because I figured out I had no idea that the largest size in Max Mara actually fits me. I tried one on for the first time, and I think I've kind of stopped myself from trying on a lot of things just because I don't want to have a really regression sad moment and be really upset at myself or whatever, you know, body shaming I've done to myself, but who knew? And so that's going to be my goal for like next winter. I think we're already kind of, it would be silly to buy one now. So next year I'll definitely invest in a Max Mara coat and, you know, donate all of my more so fast fashion brand coats and really hone in that collection. But no other fast fashion is allowed in my entire wardrobe this year, no matter what category. And boots. I don't need any more boots for a long time. I know it's probably, I like date myself so much, but I just always, I have like, I'm tall, I'm 5'8", but I have like I'm all torso. I am all torso, and so I always need a heel. It's just how I feel comfortable. It's just a thing. We all have our insecurities, whatever. And so from like probably age 18, maybe even younger, I was like, a heeled boot is literally perfect. Even if it's just like 2 inches, 2.5, this is perfect. And I got to the point where I had like 10 in my entire collection. I did a whole shoe purge. You guys saw last year. I now have the perfect capsule shoe collection. And now I know not to just continue collecting heeled boots, especially. I know to just retire one when it's time. And so that's what I'm doing. I retired a pair just now. I got a darker brown pair from Fry, which is like my go-to brand. And I'll stick with that. So I'll always be kind of changing and then donate the pair that doesn't really work anymore. So hopefully someone can resole it and, you know, have a whole new pair, or just, you know, live in New York. Sometimes, sadly, the shoes just have to be fully retired because of the sheer wear that they get. In my last 2 interior categories, which we're gonna be getting into, there is a reason why I haven't done more interior videos, because I'm waiting for a couple walls to be fixed that had like really horrible patching jobs done before I moved into my new apartment. So once we get past that, we're gonna have so many more interior videos I'm so excited to share with you guys. But one is I will not be buying any more chairs this year. I went, not in 2023, maybe it's spilled in 2023, but in 2022, I went chair crazy. I really invested in chairs for the first time. I love my chairs now. I have them in excess. I have more than I have the space for or need for. No more chairs. Maybe, you know, at some point, of course, there are chairs that I've talked about that like I would love to invest in, but even that is like, it's kind of down the road. I'm very full in that department. The other thing, I'm actually so happy to talk to you guys about this because I'm very proud of myself. For a long time, it was my goal to begin painting again. You guys, like, I'm sure some of you guys have heard this story, but a lot have not. First of all, I'm originally a musician. Like, my life was music. That's all I did. I was like a very serious singer and did competitions and like went to music college, did all these crazy things constantly for like 15 years of my life very solidly. But in tandem with that, and even before I like was seriously singing and writing and performing, I was a painter and sculptor, and I studied art, and I even taught art like at the cutest, my favorite place where I grew up, like 10 minutes away from my house in Connecticut. Silverman Art Guild, if you guys are ever around there, oh my God, my favorite place in the entire world. It's like my 4th quarter plan to go back there and like teach painting. But essentially, I totally stopped. And I also just like got so consumed with music and then jewelry designing. No, that was like a crazy, you know, weird trajectory change. But as soon as I started my own brand, as soon as I started working in the jewelry industry, over 10 years, I think actually this is my 10th year, like this month in the fine jewelry industry, I completely abandoned painting. And I have to say, this was like, maybe a year ago, I did a painting, like a one-off kind of. I started to get into it, and then I just found myself getting very critical. But a year ago, I really started up again. I stopped being critical of myself, and I've filled my home with my own paintings. And I used to buy art, and I used to love collecting abstract paintings. But now my no-buy list, which sounds like I'm plugging myself, but I'm actually just very proud of myself, and I hope that this like is inspiring to you, if there's something that you loved that you kind of stopped or fell off on, or like felt like you were getting too critical of yourself, you can start it up again, especially as an adult. Like, it feels really nice to have something that you love that's like not being judged by anybody. So I'm just filling my home with my own paintings slowly. I'll kind of replace something or a piece of art that I had, and we're just going all Lela Sophia on this one. Guys, that has been my no buy list for 2024. I think I can stick to all of these. I hope I don't have a vintage Louis slip up. That could be the one that I would be like, oh gosh, you guys, I got this for $200, like some crazy deal. But I'm so curious, even more so, to hear what's on your no buy list. These really work because I did one last year, and I think I, you know, we all have slip ups, but I stuck to it a lot, and even just like it helped me. It was in the back of my mind. So I hope that this helps, and I can't wait to hear your own. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.